Last month, a jury of 12 found Pamela Phillips guilty of hiring a hitman to kill her husband. Today, she received her sentence. 9 on Your Side was in the courtroom for the decision.
I just want everybody to know that I am innocent. I am innocent. I am innocent, okay? And I'm really, this is hard. It's so hard for me. It's a nightmare.
And we have team coverage with Corey Marshall live downtown at the courthouse. Justin Shecker in the newsroom with reaction to the sentence. But let's begin with Corey. Corey.
Gary was my husband.
Stella, a judge handing down that maximum sentence today. Natural life in prison without the possibility of release, essentially overriding that lesser sentence tied to the conviction of first-degree conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, rather. Now, we knew from the very beginning that the death penalty was not an option in this case because of an extradition treaty between the U.S. and Austria. An emotional, albeit angry Pamela Phillips addressing her ex-husband, murdered Tucson businessman Gary Triano's surviving family for the very first time in court.
I just want everybody to know that I am innocent. I am innocent. I am innocent, okay? And I'm really, this is hard. It's so hard for me. It's a nightmare. This is a nightmare, okay? This happens a nightmare. And Gary was my husband, okay? Gary was my husband, and he was the father of my children. And I am innocent, and I want everybody to know that. This is not a travesty, and it's a nightmare for me, okay? And I don't understand how this can even happen, right? But I want you all to know that I am innocent.
The plea moments before hearing she'll spend the rest of her life in prison. The sentencing comes 1 month after jurors convicted Phillips of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, guilty of hiring a hitman to kill her ex-husband, Gary Triano, back in 1996. A separate jury convicted hitman Ronald Young in 2010. Triano's children calling out their former stepmother in court.
His life was taken as the result of greed, hate, and malice.
Phillips' attorneys arguing her innocence until the end.
She doesn't have remorse because she didn't do this. And it's not just a tragedy for my client. It's not just a tragedy for Ronald Young. It's not just a tragedy for the people that care about them. It's a tragedy for the victims in this case because the real perpetrators aren't going to be brought to justice.
Now coming back out here live, we're going to toss things over to Justin Shecker live in the newsroom. And Justin, you spoke with members of the Triano family earlier today.
That's right, Corey. It was a very emotional day in the courthouse, as you saw as well. Now, Gary Triano's son, Brian, delivered a message on behalf of his family. It was one of gratitude and relief. As for Pamela Phillips' attorney, he says, based on the evidence, this is an unjust outcome he'll take with him to the grave. Gary Triano's loved ones leave the courthouse, knowing the woman, convicted of plotting their father and brother's murder, will be locked up the rest of her life. Triano's eldest son, Brian.
My family and I would just like to say that we're glad this is finally over, and we'd like to thank all our friends and everyone who supported us through this entire time. And we're sorry that it had to come to this, because this woman was actually part of our family.
What did Pamela say to you immediately after the sentence came down?
She basically said, I think, if I remember right, how can this be happening?
Pamela Phillips' attorney maintains his client is not responsible for her ex-husband's death.
The fact that she's going to prison is going to eat away at me the rest of my life and my career. And that's going to, I'll just have to deal with that myself. But I can't imagine what Pam's going through.
As for Phillips' plea of innocence to the family inside the courtroom,
I'm not surprised that she said something. I'm just surprised that she decided to speak to us.
We just thought it was a bit of a bizarre statement for her to do, but that was all. And that's what she's been saying all along, but clearly she's not, and 2 different juries have said so.
Phillips' attorney says this is the first time he's defended someone he believes is innocent and lost. Triano's son also thanked the Pima County Sheriff's Department for its hard work investigating his father's murder. Live in the newsroom, I'm Justin Shecker, KGUN 9 on your side.